In the last episode of Truly Bedrock, we opened our first 2 shops and connected them to the Nether Hub via a storage container inside the U-Store, which is actually Piggy's building. And I'm happy to report we've been making some good sales, but only of the gunpowder and TNT. I mean, I don't really expect to sell the gold anyway, to be honest, but you never know. But I want more diamonds, and for that we're going to need more shops, and conveniently enough, we have plenty of space here to put some, and even some buildings marked out. So I have absolutely no idea what shops it is I want to open today, but I do know for a fact I want to get this building here and this one here in, because I want to try and enclose this square first, and then we're going to start pushing backwards onto the back streets and start filling out the rest of the town, which will hopefully eventually become a city. So with these 2 buildings, in regards to pallets and so on, we're actually going to be using a very similar pallet to what we've got going on here, and I think we might even try and put in some kind of connector between the 2 buildings. I don't know, it might be nice to have some kind of walkway or bridge going in between, but we'll see how we end up. I do think, however, getting a couple of extra buildings down is really going to help pull this area together. But there is something else I want to do before we even get to that. And basically, I've had a thought, and that is no one else is selling fireworks apart from me, and they are, being bought, not in huge quantities or anything like that, but they seem to be more a purchase of convenience, because when I do sell them, I'm literally just selling 3 stacks and making a diamond. So it's not as if anyone needs shulker loads, but the convenience of having them right there in the Nether Hub, I think, is why they're selling. I mean, personally, I'd rather throw a diamond in a box and grab 3 stacks that's right next to me if it meant I didn't have to go back to my base or fish around in my ender chest trying to find the stash I do have. So with that in mind, what I think I want to do is put a point here where people can buy rockets, right by the portal, nice and convenient in the middle of town, so when they go to leave, they just can't miss it, really. And hopefully it'll be another purchase of convenience, like those supermarkets do, where they have those baskets right by the checkout where everything costs £1 or $1 or whatever, and you're like, oh yes, I'm gonna have a couple of cream eggs. And so you do, because they're right there and you're waiting in a queue. Imagine that, but without the queues and with more fireworks. That's what we're going for here. So I think what I want to do is just put some kind of market stall in. We could even maybe extend one of these poles and sort of hang down a sort of a roof, a canopy or something like that, and just have a little market stall here. And that's how we're going to start off today. And I noticed Tizz still hasn't come and collected his diamonds. I should probably message him to actually tell him I did buy the sand. We appear to have a mess of resources over here, but I don't think I really have what I need for this particular task. So I need to head over there and grab some things. And when we come back, we'll see if we can work out a market stall. So I think for the canopy, I actually want to have it in green. So I want to use these prismarine blocks and maybe a little bit of warped wood, but I don't know if I'm going to have enough. I know DB's living in an ocean monument, and I know he's made a farm, but I don't think he has a shop open yet. I need to go check that out. In the meantime, we'll hope we've got enough just with these blocks. So how are we going to do this? I think it makes sense to start with the bottom bit here, and we did say maybe put a canopy in, but I'm wondering, could we maybe do some kind of wagon? Maybe? I wonder. Nope, I'm going to go with canopy. I think we're definitely going to go with canopy, because we're going to need a decent amount of space here, and I have no idea how to do a big enough wagon just yet. I'm going to have a fiddle around with creative in that, I think. So maybe we'll tackle the wagon a bit more in future. Let's get a little market stall in for now. But something that sort of size should work, and now we just need to figure out how we're going to do the canopy. I think I want to attach it to a central point, maybe up here somewhere, and then just have it sort of draped down. So let's make a high point there. Then, of course, we need the bits on the corners, which we may adjust as we go along. Now to see if we can make this work. So that's the top of the canopy, and we'll just try and bring something down onto this bit here, and of course on top of there. There we go. Well, I couldn't quite get the roof to look how I wanted, but I think this will do just fine. It looks like a market stall at least. However, it's a very, very uncluttered market stall, so we need to start getting some signs down, we need to get some frames in, and of course, we need some actual decoration. But this should work nicely just as a little place to pick up some rockets, and I guess it fills out the square a little bit more too. So I think in order to mix this up a bit, we're going to use a different avatar, and we're going to go for Groover here, selling fireworks. I think that's going to work a treat. But we need to ask the important questions here. What other outfits does Groover have? That is not the right dye for outfits, is it? This is the one for outfits, and okay, that's just beautiful, Groover. Absolutely beautiful. Oh my days, that's a lot less beautiful. Do we want Groover, Flower Groover, or Derpy Groover? Which one should be in control of rockets? Definitely not going in the TNT shop, this one. You know what? I can't really decide, so I'm going to leave that up to you. Let me know in the comments which one you think I should use. So that's normal groover, flower groover, derpy groover. Excellent. We'll just leave it as normal groover for now. And I don't think you can say fairer than that. He really wants you to buy that rocket. Now let's add a few decorations. Well, that should just about do it for our rocket stall for now. I've added another one there, but let me know, as I say, what you want me to do with groover. However, I think it's now time for us to make a start on these buildings over here, which means I'm going to need to grab myself a whole lot of stone, a whole lot of wood, and a whole lot of sandstone? Yeah, sandstone, I think. And acacia, of course. Let's get that time-lapse rolling, shall we? So I may have got a little bit carried away there and actually done 3 buildings instead of just the 2 I was going to. Well, in fact, I was actually only going to do 1 and then I was going to stop and we were going to turn it into a shop. But look at this. We now have 3 new buildings to use, which is awesome. And I've tried to mix up the palettes a little bit. Obviously, I've tried to also tie it in with the original ones we had so that the acacia roofs still work. But I think just these slight variations on the palette around here give it a little bit more depth and a little bit more to look at. All of the interiors at this stage are, of course, empty. As we turn these into shops, that's when we're going to figure out what we're going to do with them. But I've tried to vary it up just a little bit, get some different coloured floors in, which once again may change when we know what shops are actually going in. And I've also got a few little bits to fix, like where I put in the second building there, it kind of ripped out the window of the first and so on. So there's still plenty to do. I'm very pleased with how it's gone so far. And it's looking pretty good from a distance as well. We've got variation on the roofs. It's not all just square and blocky, and that's the main thing I wanted to avoid. I didn't want everything to be just, well, the same, really. We want to get as much variation in here as possible while using the similar materials and tying it all together. The back of it leaves a lot to be desired, but as we're going to be having other buildings in here, that's not going to be a problem in future. It's just going to look a little bit janky in the meantime. So I think I'm going to spend a bit of time just cleaning up the area, getting the rest of the path in here and in the other areas that the buildings touch. And then I'm going to try and get a few more details on the outside as well, maybe a chimney in on 1 or 2 of these. But overall, I'm very pleased with how this is looking.
How's things, Beardstone?
Good, thanks. Yeah, good. I've just been playing around with avatars.
I can see that. Jeez. So I hear you want some of mine.
Yes. I need more Tizz.
How many you need in here?
A few? I don't know. I mean,
I have 4. Any more than 4, I'm gonna have to die a couple times.
Well, I mean, 4's a good start. You've backed away, I see.
Yeah,
I mean, it depends. I mean, you want some of mine as well, right?
I do want some of yours, actually. I don't know why, but
okay,
I want some of your head.
How many do you want? Because I've got more than 4.
10? Maybe? Oh, jeez.
There we go, look, there's 10 straight off the bat.
10 heads. Okay, here's 4. You have to give me a minute.
It's fine. So, by the way, as a special bonus, I came into possession.
Oh!
I came into possession of 14 of these.
What did you do to Groover?
He came over here looking for some new tools. He had
And you murdered him?
No, he had an incident and he needed some tools and he said, what do you want as payment? And I said, oh, just give me a couple of heads. And he gave me 14. And then he just went and used my villagers and did what he needed to do.
Kinda worried I'm never gonna see Groover again.
Right, you need to die a little bit.
I do. How am I gonna do that? Okay, I've set my spawn. Let me throw some things in here, I guess. Can murder me a couple times.
I'm looking forward to this, Tizz.
I don't like that you're looking forward to it.
I mean, I regret that it's come to this, Tizz.
Yeah. Okay. Like.
This is fun.
See you? It's not supposed to be fun.
It is surprising.
We're friends.
It is surprisingly fun.
Remember that?
I wasn't even picking up the heads. I was just murdering you.
I've lost track now.
Right.
You could.
That's one.
That's one.
Two.
You need to learn how to count. Beardstone.
Yep. 27.
Okay.
No, wait a sec. How many have I got? Oh, I've actually got 10 heads.
Oh, okay. There's a extra one
a
there.
bonus one. Awesome.
Well, it's nice doing business with you, I guess.
I've also got some vacant shops now, by the way.
Nice. I actually came over here. I was checking it out earlier on, looking at spots.
Oh, were you now? Well, this one here is the only one that currently has a plan.
It looks really good here.
Oh,
jeez.
thanks.
I'm gonna really be panicking building up my store.
You'll be fine. I've lit up quite a large area around, so nothing actually spawns if you are here at night.
Oh no, I meant because it looks so good.
Oh, you're fine.
I can't build houses and stuff, Beardstone. No, I'll be over here soon for sure. I'm gonna be, like I said, worried, trying to build like you have here, but I'll try my best.
It's fine. As I say, I mean, you've only got to do the interiors and stuff. Like, as I say, you haven't got to do the actual building.
Oh, so you can just
yeah, literally.
Huh?
Come and steal a vacant shop. Like, if you want to put a shop in this building, go for it. If you want to put a shop in that building over there, yeah, you don't have to actually build it.
I don't have to build it. Oh, okay.
No.
Nice.
I mean, you can if you want, but you don't have to. You can literally just...
Oh, no, that makes my life a lot easier, actually. I'm gonna steal one.
Right, I see why you were panicking. No,
yeah, I wanted to... I thought you meant to like, build a full structure here.
No, you don't have to do that. Just do I just came over to your base for 10 minutes and stole a market stall.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna totally steal one of these.
Yeah, so
I'm not worried now.
As long as there's not a sign in the doorway saying shop coming soon, then it's a vacant building that I have no plans for. So
Okay, I'm not worried then. I'm gonna come over and steal like all of these.
So if you could sell sand over here, that would be marvelous.
Sand? Yes. I can't keep up with my own one. You want me to open another one?
Well, yeah, to save me going over to yours to buy sand.
I was worried. I was
That's why I was saying I've got plans for this one, but the other two are fine. Like, as in, so you can have that one. There's a smaller one here if you don't want to do quite such a big interior. This has just got a little bit, look.
Oh, this one's nice.
So it's just like a little tiny shop. There's an upstairs too that you can use, or you can rip out the floor. You know, do whatever you want on the interiors.
I thought I had to build a proper building and stuff.
Nah, you're fine, Tizz.
I was really worried. Jeez.
Oh, I kind of wish I'd not said anything now and left you to it. Anyway, thank you very much for your heads. Expect to see more of yourself over here in future.
Yeah, no problem, I guess. Jeez. Okay.
Okay. I was about to kill you again then, but I'd feel bad. I'll back away. See ya.
Bye.
After that last clip with Tizz, I actually disappeared for a couple of days. And I've just come back, reminded myself what it was I was doing over here, and while doing so, I made a discovery. Oh my days, what's happened to... Oh no. Well, that's new. That wasn't even the discovery I was going to mention, but apparently someone's dropped an anvil on JC. However, what I did notice, although it took me a moment to notice, is that I've got some new shops marked out on the back there, as you can see. I wonder who this may have been. But they do make a good point. You should definitely sub to Zloy. But anyway, so we have been busy down here. I've done some decorating. I've put in some details. We've got some more floors in as well. All the roads are kind of connected around the edges of the shops that now exist. And that just kind of pulls the area together a little bit more, I think. And as you can also tell from that clip with Tizz, I've been messing around with avatars. So we have DB and Evil Jesse over here. We've got a Beardstone peeking in the window of whatever that shop's going to be, which I think I've got plans for, but I'm not 100% yet. And of course, as you just saw over here, we have myself and JC. So what I do need to do, of course, is to get some Tizz Toms in here, and I made a bit of a discovery not so long ago, which is to do with this particular avatar here wearing that outfit. So if I unlock him like that, and I give him a Tizz head, in theory, the hood should go around the outside of the head, and it should look quite good. Dang it didn't do it with Tizz. Why didn't it do it with Tizz? Either way, I'm going to leave that because I think it's good to actually mix them up. We don't want an entire village or eventually city full of Beardstones. That's just no good for anyone. Also, on the couple of days while I was away, as I'm sure you can imagine, yep, the entire shop has sold out once again. And I think if we go through all these barrels, we'll find, yep, everything, haha, they didn't find that one this time. But they did discover the one they forgot last time. So we've made a bunch more profit. Let's quickly grab all these. So that's given us another almost 2 stacks of diamonds. But with great profits comes great responsibility. And we, of course, have a responsibility to restock this shop. And I don't know how much gunpowder we've actually got, but I think we've probably got a few chests, so we might be able to get some in there. But probably not any TNT for a bit. I've got lots more AFKing to do. So the other thing with Tizz coming over here is, of course, because I built a stall in his mall, I basically took over one of his market stalls, we agreed that in payment, he would be able to build a shop over here. And I was like, you know, I'm going to build some shops. I'll leave some empty for him. I even sent him a message on Discord, which said there's a few empty shops now. If you want to take one over, you're more than welcome. And when he came over here, he was still convinced that he had to actually build an entire shop himself. So he was going to come over here, he was going to put his own building in, and then he was going to do the interior. So the entirety of that conversation on the second half of the collab there with Tizz, he was talking about something completely different to what I was. But at least eventually he realised all he had to do was come in and do an interior. And he did also say he's going to do as many as he can, which is good for me. The more shops he comes over here and takes over, the more interiors we're going to have complete. Because let's be honest, my track record with interiors is not exactly the best. So we haven't made quite as much progress as I would like to have today. I mean, we've managed to get 3 new buildings in, so I suppose, you know, there's progress on that front. But what we haven't managed to do is add any new shops. Oh no, tell a lie, we've got fireworks, I suppose. Does that count as a shop? I'm not sure it does. But we now have 3 vacant buildings here, and I want to know what you guys think we should put in them. I have a bit of an idea, potentially, for this one here, but I want to see what you guys think and see what you come up with as well. And of course, some of these may get taken over by Tizz in the meantime. But that just means we've got more work to do to get more buildings down, because the quicker we can build up, as I say, this central bit here, the better it's going to be. Because once this bit's done, as soon as you come through the portal, all you're going to see is shops. And that is what we want. Sadly, that is all we've got time for today, though. I hope you have enjoyed the episode, and I look forward to seeing you all on the next one. Bye now.
Yeah, I was literally coming over there. I was like, what sort of plots has he got then? I was taking pictures. I was going to go in creative and try and flip and plan out a building around your plots. I was really, really worried.